Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be installing some new mods for the E93 M3. We've got some LCI taillights specifically made for the E93, and you can't be using the E92 taillights, so I had to buy some used ones on eBay. I got a good deal on these. That's why I've been holding off for so long trying to get them. You also have to buy a retrofit harness to be able to make these work for the pre-LCI models. So I'll show you guys how to install LCI taillights on a pre-LCI M3. These are the pre-LCI taillights. I modified them a little bit by adding LED brake lights, LED turn signals, and also wrapping this red, but this is starting to look pinkish now. So it looks like the tint is starting to wear out a little and turn pink instead of red. So I think the LCI model is going to look a lot better. Okay, so I'm going to show you what the pre-LCI taillights look like. Right now the taillights are on, just the LED strip in the center. Now I'm going to press the brakes. This is what they look like right now. And here are the turn signals. First thing you want to do is remove the little panel here. It's held on with some twist screws. They're plastic twist screws. You just twist them off and then slide the panel out. I've already done both sides because I usually don't leave those panels on since I always have to get to the battery all the time. So I chose to leave them off. Once you remove the outer panels, you're going to see that the bulbs and all the 3 8mm nuts are exposed. We've got 1, 2, and 3 8mm nuts that you'll need to remove, and then you can just pull this right out. Careful not to drop these into the battery tray underneath. Unclip the connector like so, and tail light is out. Time to put the new one on. There are 2 retrofit harnesses. They are not the same. They are only specific to one side, so what you'll need to do is kind of try this one here, and then try this one here, and then whichever one works is the one that is on that side, because the wiring is different for each side. So I'm going to just kind of try one and see which one works. You're going to have to tuck the excess wiring into another section of the backing here, or you can zip tie it. Boom. So that's tucked in out of the way, and then you just put your panel back on and you'll be good to go. Now we're going to do the inner tail light. So we'll need to remove 2 of these little tabs here with a pry tool, so just pry them out. So it looks like that. Like so. Now you can see the tail light wiring here. I'm going to unclick it and disconnect the connector like so. It looks like it's taped. I'm going to remove it from the tape right there. Looks like it's held on with 1 8mm nut. Removing the 8mm nut, holding this tail light in place. Take out the bracket and then slide the tail light out like so. Alright, so first issue that I came up with is this section right here. I had to shave it down a little bit because it wouldn't sit flush. I thought this was going to be a bolt-on mod, but you actually have to cut this piece here a little bit just to be able to fit the tail light flush on here. So just like so. So now it fits flush, because earlier it was kind of like, it was like this. It was sticking out a little because that piece, I'll show it to you right here. This piece right here You need to shave that down a little bit so that the inner taillight can fit nice and flush. Three LCI taillights. Here's the LCIs. Definitely a lot brighter, and they use LEDs, which looks awesome, by the way. So makes the car look a lot more modern. Very happy with this upgrade so far. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side now. Okay, so I'm just testing to make sure all the lights work, and they are. The LED turn signals, there's a bunch of little bulbs in there. It's pretty cool. So part of the reason why these LCI taillights were cheap is because I bought them with these inner taillights faded, and I'm gonna have to try my best to make them clear again. I already kind of waxed them a little bit. I think I need to do a little bit of sanding and waxing to get them to match the clarity of the outer taillights. Very happy with how they look so far. I'm gonna drive them around at night and show you what they look like at night. Okay, so I just parked at home, and the LCI taillights actually work really well without needing any coating. Surprisingly, I didn't have to coat out any of the check bulbs or anything, and I kind of prefer having the bulb checks on just in case any bulb goes out. I'll know that it's out instead of having to kind of find out from a police officer. Anyways, please like, comment, and subscribe for more content on the M3. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a good evening.